is a creative weapon. It's not a tool for distributing excuses. The first sign of a loser is an excuse. Champions take full responsibility, good or bad, for their outcomes. Tell the world one time what you're gonna do, and that's it. Spend less time talking and more time grinding. Think like a champion. Speak like a champion. And then walk it out. Grind 120 all day, every day. Stop making excuses. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Every time you justify being average, you invite in the enemy. Mediocrity is a dream killer. Your coach, your trainer, your teacher, your boss is not the problem. It's your consistency. You gotta make a decision. How bad do you want it? Average is on the left. Success is on the right. You gotta choose which one you want. A champion's workout doesn't officially begin until pain arrives.
Happy Monday, beautiful people. Happy Monday. Today is National Bosses Day. Make sure y'all give a shout out to y'all bosses today. All right, beautiful people. It is Monday, October the 16th, 2023. Day 114 of year 5 of reading through books, laws, and prophets, and of the 5-year consecutive day count. It is day 1494. Today, we're going to read chapter 30 in the book of Patty, and then we're going to hop over and read a little bit of chapter 44. We may not get done with it. It just depends on what we read in a day and how many times I go off the path or to a side road to explain a little bit more. All right, y'all. So with that being said, Father, we thank you that you are the unending source from which all good things emanate. Turn this down a little bit. All right, beautiful people. Could y'all hear my phone playing in the background? I was listening to this weight loss story from this lady. One of the best weight loss stories I ever heard, because she kept fasting and doing keto and kept gaining the weight. I was laughing. I wasn't sure because I had already put the live on, and I was a little bit late because I wanted to hear a little bit more of that. But it was the story. It was really good, but it was absolutely hilarious. And she is a really good storyteller. But come to find out, after almost a year of going through this struggle, losing all the weight and then gaining it all back pound by pound, and she was fasting. So every time she would gain, she would get on the scale, and she wouldn't do it like every day, like maybe like every 2 weeks she would get on the scale and realize she gained a pound or 2 or maybe 3. She'd increase the days she would fast. So first she was doing keto, 1 meal a day, keto and OMAD, and then she went, well maybe, I don't know, maybe my body needs to really switch it up, because that's how she had lost like 100 pounds the first time. But after the pandemic, she started gaining it back. And she said, well, maybe my body's gotten used to this. And so instead of doing 1 meal a day, she did 1 meal every other day. So she was fasting a day, then doing 1 meal a day the next day, fasting the next day. And she was doing that for a few weeks, and she was working out twice a day. I'm like, girl, you discipline. I'm trying to hold my discipline for 1 workout a day, right? And it kept happening. The same thing kept happening. Then she moved it to fasting 2 days, then OMAD 1 meal a day. On that 3rd day, gained more weight. And I'm like, sis, you doing a little bit of cheating somewhere. She said, I promise you guys, I was not cheating. She was keeping track of her stuff, and she was getting really frustrated. And then she moved it to, it kept on going on to where she was fasting 4 days, eating 1 meal a day on the 5th day, and still working out twice a day. And at this point, if I was sitting down, I would have been on the edge of my seat. I'm like, tell me they had to rush you to the hospital, because, I'm like, this is getting dangerous, sis. But make a long story short, after doing that and doing 5 days of fasting, she said she was absolutely miserable doing all that fasting and still working out twice a day, sticking to 1 meal a day. She was still eating meat. And then she looked online, Googling and stuff. Then she was like, oh, well, maybe I need to get rid of the meat. And so she said she went vegan. She said this was the worst thing that I could have ever did in my life. I'm like, of course, you did the junk food vegan stuff, but it wasn't junk food. She did the processed vegan meats and stuff instead of doing it like plant-based or whatever. But make a long story short, come to find out after all this time, there was something actually wrong with her. She had PCOS, which kept causing her to gain weight and gain weight. She eventually went and had a weight loss surgery. She did the gastric sleeve because she found out that during the process of that procedure, something changes with your hormones. All that, she explained it real good, but the story was funny. But she's back on track. That's why I was late today. You know, I gotta triage my time better, y'all. I find the most interesting things to do when I'm supposed to be live. Look, you think you saw that one? I'm gonna share it with y'all. Hold on, let me share it with you. It was one of the, and I listened to it because she caught my attention. I was reading some of the comments. They was like, because the video, and I didn't watch all of it. It was like 48 minutes long, right? And some people said, I saw another weight loss video long. What in the world could you talk about? But they said at 2 minutes you had me hooked. I'm like, she can't be that good of a storyteller, you know, but people who tell weight loss stories got some funny stories for you. You couldn't hit. You could not. Oh, you Jamil. You say he sound like MC Light Viola Davis. Oh, that's funny. Look, he still don't sound like a woman to me. Look, so there's the link right there, y'all. But it was really good. I'll probably finish watching it. I got an appointment this morning. I'll probably listen to the rest of it on my appointment. On my way to my appointment. But anyway, it was funny. If y'all ever had any issues with weight or whatever, listen to her story. It's really, really interesting. And it's funny. All right, y'all. They ain't got nothing to do with the price of 10 China, what we're supposed to be doing today. But I thought y'all could hear it. I wasn't sure because now that I got these little intros and outros, sometime, you know what I think it is? I think you can hear the background when I got that up if I don't put it on loop. If I put it on loop, I think it plays like it's a video and it just keeps repeating and it cuts the sound off. So I wasn't sure if y'all could hear it. Y'all heard me cracking up in the background. But anywho, y'all did. All right, y'all. So let's get to this today. After we find out who all here, let's go all the way back up. Tikva, hey girl, hey creator is and always will be unstoppable. As well as you should be. You should be unstoppable. We are light of creator's light, and we should be unstoppable at some point in time in our life. In a good way. In a good way. Peace, sister. Blessed are us morning folks, they said. Good morning. Lindsay, y'all, what's going on, fam? Oh, and no. Listen, I used to be a Cowboys fan. Cowboys, Bears, they both suck. What? Look, I was raised up a Cowboys fan here in Virginia. You know, Virginia don't have a football team, and it's still beyond me why we don't, right? The closest thing we got is, I'm going to still call them the Redskins, but now they the Commanders. It just, something just don't sit right down in my shot. I know about that, right? Whatever, right? But grew up Cowboys fan. Daddy was a Cowboys fan. Most of my family members, mama, daddy side, Cowboys fan. Moved to Chicago, of course. Husband, born, raised in Illinois, Bears fan all the way. One thing though about the Chicagoans, the people from Illinois, well, some of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, some of them, they faithful. They're really faithful with their teams. They don't care if they suck butts completely. They will suck butt along with them. I'm like, do we really want to wear our paraphernalia? We got all kind of Bears gear and stuff, right? And so every Sunday night football, Monday night football, anytime a game going on, it's all good till they start losing. Then my husband kicking furniture and screaming and stuff. I was like, listen, You replace that. I don't care. Kick it all you want. You bought it, it's yours. Man, I can't stand this thing. Look, now I find myself acting crazy with him. Man, they need to fire the coach, fire the whole ownership of the team. I said, they got quarterbacks. They ain't getting good people on the team. I was like, you know what? I thought about it. It can't necessarily be always the team. Although it does have, they are the actual players. But if they haven't changed this leadership over this long period of time, you go from one suck coach to the next, even more sucky coach. When one game think, oh, this the season. We're gonna at least make it to the playoffs. It looked that way the first 2 games we won. Then it's like, now my husband back to kicking furniture again. Look, he kicking furniture in the house. Our kids play flag football, and we didn't know what the name of the team was going to be called. But go figure, guess what the name of the flag football team is? The Bears. Let me tell you something. The Bears flag football team is way better than the NFL flag football team. No disrespect, because I'm wearing a bear on my chest, right? I'm a Bears fan now. I think it's the fun we have with it. But when we lost to the Panthers, I'm talking about the flag football team now. My husband, he's like, babe, calm down. This is flag football. I was like, they ain't even got a coach. I said, they're using a YMCA coach. I was like, where's the parents? Look, I'm over there yelling, but a little bit low to my husband when the YMCA coach, little boy, because if parents don't step up to be the coaches, they got to use the YMCA people, you know, who's assigned there. So they reffing and they coaching. So when they pulled him to coach a couple other games when our flag football team was playing, I'm pissed. I'm like, they need to get somebody consistent over here and coach these boys. I'm like, look, they're out there coaching themselves. And James was like, babe, calm down. This is flag football. If you think they need a coach, go ahead out there. I was like, doggone it, I don't know the game that good, but I'm going to get out there and I can do better than this. But good thing, our boys got a good team. They, even though it's my boys' first year playing, they kind of, you know, they learning quick and they're fast, especially Josh. Josh, my mom said, Josh the one. So we lost to the Panthers. I think this is the only flag football team that got a coach. Is somebody's dad. He come out there with his pad out there doing like this, calling plays and stuff. I'm like, ain't we supposed to be doing some of this stuff? Where's the clipboard and stuff? Why ain't he putting it on his face to call plays? Like they could hear. They ain't got no mic in their ear. You know, this is flag football, pal. Calm down. So we get out there and you got this legit coach out there calling plays for the Panthers flag football team. And now me, we ain't got no furniture out there, but we got our pool cooler with the drinks. And what I'm doing, kicking the cooler. He was like, girl, I'm about to go see you go sit in the truck. Look. We been having fun on the weekends, y'all. Look, so, but yeah, Bears fan, NFL, and flag football. What can I say? We faithful to what we believe. Okay, this ain't had nothing to do with what we're supposed to be doing today. But I figured I'd, give you a little insight. Blessed are us. Mom, hey girl, hey. Okay, look. Oh, you talking about the weight loss video? I think I saw that when I saw that comment come in earlier. Jamia, that's why I was laughing. No, we could not hear it over the MC Light Viola Davis voice. Look, side note again. I love Viola Davis. She is an amazing actor. I just downloaded her book, right? And so I've been listening to her book for the last couple of days. Now, it's pretty raw. She talking about her childhood growing up and some of the abuses and stuff. But the way she tell her story, I'm glad she narrated her book, because the way she tell it, because it's her story, it is amazing. I liked her in Woman King and what is it? Maid, and some of the other things she played in Suicide Squad. I just always really liked her. But I think I absolutely fell in love with her and how she acts when I watched the series How to Get Away with Murder. I I'm like, man, she is an amazing actor. But come to find out, she helped. Well, you can clearly see that when you're watching the credits and stuff. But she helped to produce that story, the series How to Get Away with Murder. But if you listen to her story, it was so, I realized why it was so good. She produced that story based on a lot of the different things that happened in her life and abuse and stuff. I'm like, wow, that was really good. But anyway, since you said Viola Davis, Jamia, I figured I'll tell y'all about that. If y'all like her, she got a book. It's really good. You can download it on Audible. Tabitha, hey girl, hey, greetings to my wonderful family of Iowa. Listen to it again, you will hear it. I don't know, just because I see his face and I know he a dude, I'm gonna have to like really like close my eyes and just imagine him see like a Viola Davis to make them voices match. They just don't to me. Ahuba, hey Ima, Grand Rising. Oh, you did? You watched it yesterday? Okay, that's the one. Okay. We had a baseball team, Tidewater Tides. Oh, yeah, we've been talking about going. We ain't never been, well, since Elijah played. We haven't been to like a professional baseball game, but we're going to catch some of these Tide games too. Yosef Ben Yisrael, Shalom, fam. That is still their name, all the Tidewater Tides. Hold on. Yeah, baseball. Yeah, Tidewater Tides. Yeah, that's still their name. Just me, Shalom. Audrey, hey girl, hey girl, hey. You got the book too? I didn't even talk to you about it. It is really good. Derek, Shalom, Shalom. Kings and Queens Coaching Group, Shalom, fam. And everybody else hanging out in the background and taking all day to see who all here talking about kicking furniture and football teams. All right, y'all, look. Hold on, somebody cut the heat on in here. It's just me kicking and stuff. Hold on. It had to have been Jeremiah cut the heat on. Oh my gosh. It wasn't just me. It's the heat. Grace and righteous. Shalom. Shalom. Okay, y'all. Look. We may not get to the Holy Megillah, depending on how long this chapter is in the book of Fragapati. All right, y'all. We at chapter 30. Chapter 30. On page 218. Oh, it ain't that long. It's only 9 verses. Okay. 218. If you're following along in electronic version, it's chapter XXX, chapter 30. All right. So for one day there was great rejoicing in Moru, and when it was ended and the people retired to their respective places, the lights were raised for business. Fragapati said to Athava, "Come thou and resume Jehovah's throne. As for myself, I will go now and establish another habitation in Zeredho, and after that I will visit the Lord gods of the divisions of the earth." I think it's too loud. My flute music is kind of loud. Okay. "And when I have completed these labors, it will be near the end of the dawn of Dan. See to it, therefore, that all who wish to prepare for the third resurrection be duly notified." And now, when Fragapati had risen from the throne, swift messengers were announced from Sathantes, the inhabitor of earth. The marshals were commanded to admit them, and presently the swift messengers came in, greeting in Jehovah's name. They said, "Sathantes sends love to Fragapati. When the resurrection of this dawn is come, Sathantes will visit Moru, and he will also bring with him Onzi." I always mess this name up. Onesie. I think I was calling her Onesie. Onesie, the first deliverer of brides and bridegrooms of the first harvest of the earth. When the message had been thus delivered, there was great rejoicing in the capital. Fragapati thanked the messengers in the Father's name, and after that, the swift messengers withdrew. Presently, Fragapati withdrew also, taking Hoab and Hapacha with him. And when they departed out of the capital and came to the Avalanza, the marshals had the accompanying host assembled, 10 million, and so they entered the ship, and amidst music and rejoicings, they departed, going direct to the kingdom of Yima, Lord God of Shem and her heavens. Yima had been notified of their coming and had a Pied-Mazar. Pied-Mazar, a Pied-Mazar, which was a rowboat made in order to go and meet them. The Pied-Mazar was sufficient to carry 10,000 musicians, 30,000 rowers, and 200,000 travelers, and such were the numbers who embarked on her to meet Fragapati. 3 years had now elapsed since Yima set out to establish the Father's kingdom in the heavens of Shem, and save through messengers, little was known in Moru of Yima's labors. Fragapati had said of him, Yima liveth with the voice. He cannot err. And so remember, the voice is also referring to the voice of our great creator, our Father. Fragapati had said of him, excuse me, Fragapati had said of him, Yima liveth with the voice. He cannot err. In the seventh diaphragm of the east, Api, the vessels met, and Fragapati opened the lower division of the Avalanza and took in Yima's boat and crew and passengers amidst music and rejoicings. And after due ceremonies, Fragapati caused the Avalanza to proceed, conducted by Leaps, one of Yima's messengers, and they proceeded rapidly until they arrived at Ashtoreth, the capital of Yima's kingdom in atmosphere, first grade, and resting upon the earth. I'm going to go ahead and read chapter 31, because there's also 9 verses. Chapter 31 and chapter XXXI. After Yima's appointment by Fragapati, he had come to these regions, and finding great darkness upon both spirits and mortals, he besought Jehovah to know the cause and cure thereof. The voice of Jehovah came to Yima, saying, whether spirits or mortals, they seek rather to obey their own self-desires than my commandments. Behold, I sent them Apollo, and he gave them intercourse betwixt the two worlds, angels and mortals. And for a season they held up their heads and remembered me and my kingdoms. But presently they turned everything upside down and built on their own account. I had shown them that by industry and perseverance they could attain to knowledge and power. But because mortals discovered that prophecy could come from the spirits of the dead, they caused to perfect themselves. Hold on, let me go back. Verse 3, I just read it over. Page 219. But presently they turned everything upside down and built on their own account. I had shown them that by industry and perseverance they could attain to knowledge and power. But because mortals discovered that prophecy could come from the spirits of the dead, they ceased to perfect themselves and grew up in idleness. The angels loved not to labor to achieve my exalted heavens, being content with the lowest. And they likewise fell in darkness, forgetting me and my higher places above. I called out to my son Osiris, saying, go thou down to the earth and her heavens, and build them up in my name. Yea, thou shalt wall them apart. There shall be no communion betwixt the two worlds, save to my chosen. And Osiris came and fulfilled my commandments to mortals. He provided them that no spirit could come to them. And as for the spirits that infested the earth about, he drove them away and colonized them, and he cut them off from the earth. And for a season, mortals prospered under my judgments, and they sought to improve the talents I created withal. But again, and after again, as reference number 32 and 32 at the bottom says, again have they. But again, they confounded my judgments and perverted my laws. Every man on earth hath a philosophy of his own. Every spirit in these heavens hath a philosophy of his own, and there is no uniformity between any of them. Hear me then, my son. Thou shalt not teach as Osiris did, nor yet as Apollo, but pursue a mean betwixt the two. Thou shalt select them, permitting certain spirits to return to mortals, and permitting certain mortals to attain Suis and Sargas, and to see and commune with spirits. But thou shalt provide them in judgment, making the process of intercommunication a secret amongst mortals. For in this thou shalt shut off the Druhas of heaven, and the droops on earth. So in the Bible, that section of scripture where it says, thou shalt not communicate with the dead, I'm sure that came out of this. Verse 8, I'll read again. Thou shalt select them, permitting certain spirits to return to mortals, and permitting certain mortals to attain Suis and Sargus, and to see and commune with spirits. But thou shalt provide them in judgment, making the process of intercommunication a secret amongst mortals. For in this thou shalt shut off the Druhas of heaven and the Droops on earth. Verse 9. Behold, my son Samati will come this way. Labor thou with him in Zarathustra. Into God's hands have I given my decrees. He shall build on the earth, build thou in heaven. As he buildeth for mortals, build thou for the spirits of the intermediate world, but keep thou open the doorway to my holy places in the heavens above. And we're going to pause right there because this next chapter would take us to the end of our time today. So we're going to pause right here. Those are pretty good chapters. All right, so let's hop over. Oh. Okay. I put my page numbers in here. All right, y'all. All right, so chapter 45. So remember, this is still after the marriage union ceremony of Yeshua and Miriam, and now they're addressing some of the wizards and wizardesses and each newly initiated person. So we were here when we was here Thursday. The last thing we was talking about was True North. This was a really good chapter 44. And the pentagram, the representation of the body, the upright star pentagram, all of this good stuff, the crown, the numbers 1 through what it goes to 8 or 9. 8 symbolizes the graduation from one world to the next spiritually and potentially physically. All right. So chapter 45. Nazarite is seeing grand rising. Uh-oh, is my mouse there? What you say, dang it, Jamil? I missed it. I didn't even look up. That needs to happen again. What you talking about? I missed it. I looked up too late. So I done lost track of what you was talking about. Okay, I'll leave it up. All right, so page 597, chapter 45, the Council of the Green Wizards of the White Rose. Part 2, Yeshua and Miriam address the Green Wizards. Migdana played a lovely song on her wooden flute while Miriam and Yeshua spread their blanket upon the ground and sat beside the cauldron at the center of the circle. Miriam spoke, saying, chant with me the magical word, Amen, 7 times in love and wisdom. And hold on. Miriam spoke, saying, chant with me the magical word, Amen, 7 times in love and wisdom, with the nod to love, for that nod is the highest wisdom. With great reverence, the assembled brothers and sisters of the wizards of the White Rose chanted the magical word 7 times. Yeshua spoke, saying, now use your arm with pointed finger as your wand and point to the center of the circle each time we chant the magical word light. And the green wizards chanted, and the green wizards chanted that magical word 7 times as a sacred mantra. And the right arm of each wizard was his or her wand. Miriam said, be now comfortably seated. Yea, there are enchantments and prophecies to be uttered, for this circle this day makes magic. Yeshua said to the green wizards, having looked into the future and knowing that the dark ones plot my death, I choose to exit this incarnation with purpose by purifying the region through which the soul passes after human death. You, the green wizards of the White Rose, assembled at Gan Shalom, along with other green wizards that are now on missions in any other regions, have a role to play in my cleansing of that vortex. What? It's a WASPy talk here. Look. Let me read that again. Oh, right. Okay. I always had a problem with that verse to not communicate with the dead too, because we were taught to pray to Jebus and he died. Exactly. That was me and my sister who was talking about this. They said, okay, so we are not supposed to contact the spirits of the dead. Not that we sitting around in seances trying to call up spirits of the dead, but it didn't make sense because they tell you not to do it in the Old Testament, yet they're doing the very thing in the New Testament. Oh, because we said he rose. It's okay. But yeah, I agree. It was the exception to the rule. We ain't gonna get into it, right? Look, and that's how they pass off stuff, and they don't like to explain it because they don't really know for real, or they're just content believing the foolery without asking questions, right? Listen. You, the green wizards of the White Rose, assembled at Gan Shalom, along with other green wizards that are now on missions in other regions, have a role to play in my cleansing of that vortex. Let the green wizards converge on the tomb where my body will be taken after I am crucified. Well, we got some thoughts about how he actually died, but we're going to keep reading. This is a tomb that has been purchased by Joseph the Arimathea and held for this very purpose. In it are kept healing oils and herbs. Excuse me. Mind you, this is a tomb like rich people have, not a grave. A dozen men and women can comfortably stand inside at one time. Joseph, the Arimathea, at my request, has arranged that lions of Zion would present Miriam to the Roman soldiers to receive my body, for she has that right as widow. The lions will bring Miriam and my body to the tomb. This is following along from what we read in the New Testament, right? It don't give us some of these details, but it still kind of flows along in unison a bit. Joseph the Arimathea, at my request, has arranged that lions of Zion will present Miriam to the Roman soldiers to receive my body, for she has that right as widow. The lions will bring Miriam and my body to the tomb. There, the first herbal treatments on my body must begin in earnest. For your job, green wizards, is to preserve alive as much of the tissues of my body as possible. You will anoint my body with herbal salves and chant enchantments on behalf of this mission. The mission is as follows. Take custody of my body at the tomb, anoint my body with healing salves, then take it to a Nazarite safe house. Interesting. Let me grab my water real quick. Hold up. Okay. That's better. Okay. The lion, verse 18, page 597. The lions will bring Miriam and my body to the tomb. There, the first herbal treatments on my body must begin in earnest. For your job, green wizards, is to preserve alive as much of the tissue of my body as possible. You will anoint my body with herbal salves and chant enchantments on behalf of this mission. The mission is as follows. Take custody of my body at the tomb. Anoint my body with healing salves. Then take it to a Nazarene safe house. For 3 days, while you work on my body, pray and enchant for my success in cleansing the between lives vortex. Interesting. Your role keeps me linked to this earthly realm enough to stay in the vortex for 3 days and cleanse it. I got to go back and read this whole crucifixion story again. Look, hold on. I gotta open this. A waspy. Owaski says he was stoned to death, so it's a little bit different. I don't know. Let's just keep reading. Look. Your role keeps me linked to this earthly realm enough to stay in the vortex for 3 days and cleanse it. Otherwise, I would pass right through the vortex. After 3 days, you will feel my success via our prayer bond, and you will know that the time has come to enchant me back fully into whatever living cells remain in the tissues of my body. There will be enough living cells remaining to enable me to resurrect my body and appear in various locations to give messages to my disciples. During those 4 days, those that I visit will be given special missions to perform. They will thus be called apostles. After apostles is a reference to number one at the bottom. Number one at the bottom says, the Hebrew word that we translate as apostle is shaliach, Shaliach. The Hebrew word that we translate as apostle is shaliach and means sent one. Thus, all of Yeshua's followers can be called disciples or students, but only certain disciples, those sent on specific missions, are also apostles. The plural form of shaliach is shalachim. Okay, go back up. Verse 30. They will thus be called apostles. After the naming of my apostles, I will ascend unto El Cush and the higher heavens. Behold, prior to the time of my ascension, there are many playful days and healing moments. Let us play and work together now and forever in Yah. Amen. Then Yeshua uttered this prophecy. That's interesting. I'm going to keep reading, though, before I try and expound on this. Yeshua's prophecy, verse 36. Green wizards in white robes approach soldiers at my tomb. Armed with holy enchantments, they give the soldiers a gift, and the green wizards leave with a gift. My body, freshly anointed with herbal salves, my link to this incarnation is thus preserved. For 3 days, I cleanse the vortex where souls go after human death. Then the green wizards help me back into living cells that remain in some of the living tissues of my body. For 4 days after my resurrection, I will visit disciples and assign missions. Then I will descend, now and forever in Yah. Amen. I got to keep reading before I don't know. I don't know, y'all. We're going to keep reading. Prince, what's going on, fam? Bless up, family, he said. Okay. The teachings of Miriam on the 3 cauldrons. Miriam reached in her medicine bag and pulled out certain herbs. She held them before the fire and blessed them with prayers and enchantments. Then she cast them into the cauldron near the center of the circle. She said, our beloved Magid, remember Magid is teacher, great teacher, teacher of teachers. Our beloved Magid taught us the following truths about the 3 cauldrons. The first cauldron is the cauldron within us. We remember this, right? The first one is always with us because it is within us. The first cauldron is within us. The second cauldron is our ritual teacup. The third cauldron is our large cooking pot in which we prepare herbal soups and brews so that all may enjoy increased physical and spiritual well-being and abundance in all good things. The second cauldron and third cauldron are often used in acts of sacred enchantment and ritual. The first cauldron always is. Thus spoke our Magid, truly and with great grace. Miriam put her hands together at the center of her chest and bowed in appreciation to the elderly Magid. Miriam said, I will share some additional teachings about the three cauldrons. Then Miriam spoke of the first cauldron, saying, truly did our beloved Magid declare that the first cauldron is within. Though it is within, it radiates energy into our environment by way of our thoughts, words, and deeds. The inside is author of the outside. Behold, the first cauldron is the mixing place in which your thoughts, words, and deeds together brew the soup that is in your life. That's a beautiful way to put that. I'm going to read that again. Remember, the first cauldron always is. It's you. It's you. The first cauldron is you. Use the pot. Verse 61, behold, the first cauldron is the mixing place in which your thoughts, words, and deeds together brew the soup that is your life. Your will is the power to cook. Your thoughts, words, and deeds are the herbs and spices, and your life experiences are the soup. The second cauldron is the teacup. Each green wizard should own a ritual teacup. In this teacup steeps herbs for every occasion. When sick, steep healing herbs. When well, steep preventative herbs, herbs that prevent illness. When celebrating, steep celebrative herbs. Be warned, unless there is a need, it is best to steep mellow herbs that do not overly stimulate. Strong stimulants should be used sparingly unless there is need, and everyone is unique. Wherefore, I affirm there is a tea for every moment. Your art, then, is to provide what is best in any moment in all three cauldrons. A green wizard masters all three cauldrons insofar as such mastery is possible. Knowing which tea to offer a guest is a high art. That's good. It's like wisdom. It's not really wisdom to you unless you've assimilated through the data, the references, and the information. And now you understand all of these DAX and FAT information. And then this information now develops into wisdom. But it's not truly wisdom seen in you until you're able to rightly apply it to different situations where called, when it is called for, right? And knowing how, as well as when, as well as the right amount. Now that's true wisdom personified in you. Look, verse 77, knowing which tea to offer a guest is a high art. Depending on the occasion and the mood you wish to conjure, you may brew a wide variety of herbs to create your desired outcome, sharing your brew in a guest's cup. Before or after the arrival of the guest, you may chant prayers and blessings over the herbal beverage. Whatever words you speak while sharing tea with a guest is part of the ritual. Even when on the road and traveling light, I now carry an extra teacup to share with other travelers. Green wizards that maintain a home should maintain enough guest cups to serve herbal teas to family and friends. I was about to say someone was having a conversation the other day. But all these goddamn mugs we got. Look. But we love company. We do. And we love sharing stories. So we're going to keep our reserve of teacups or coffee cups or whatever. It's still the same thing. Green wizards that maintain a home should maintain enough guest cups to serve herbal teas to family and friends. The Raphaim are taught the medicinal use of herbs and teas and otherwise. Herbal medicine, teas, or otherwise is one form of vibrational medicine. Certain teas are prescribed for certain ailments. Herbal medicine is powerful because it alters vibrations for the better. The mild herbs should be the mainstay of our practice. Stronger herbs used only as needed. You know, we'll finish this. I was trying to find a breaking point, but we almost done. I'm gonna just finish this. Okay. The mild herbs should be the mainstay of our practice. Stronger herbs used only as needed. There are uses for herbal teas other than medicinal. Herbal teas are fun. Herbal teas are inspiring. Herbal teas are playful yet work wonders. Let the green wizards of the white rose play and work with herbs. Let us each master the art of the ritual teacup. The rituals for each need are taught in our wizardly circles and within Shevet Raphaim. Herbal teas are a form of vibrational magic. The tea has its own vibrational qualities and it becomes impregnated with our focused enchantments. In that sense, the tea ritual is a focusing agent for altering vibration in a positive manner. And you can actually see this in the wrappings of some tea that you'll find even going into Food Lion or whatever your grocery store is called, Harris Teeter, Kroger, Whole Foods, whatever. Some of the teas actually have like vibrational wrappings to it. So that's interesting. Herbal teas are a form of vibrational magic. The tea has its own vibrational qualities and it becomes impregnated with our focused enchantments. In that sense, the tea ritual is a focusing agent for altering vibrations in a positive manner. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Verse 98. Mood is altered when vibrations are altered. Effects occur when vibrations are altered. Healing occurs when vibrations are altered. By wise selection of the correct herb for the occasion, a green wizard alters the vibrations in a positive way. That is teacup magic. That is teacup magic. That's going to be in our title today, Teacup Magic. It's only a few more verses left, y'all. We're on verse 103. Miriam then spoke of the third cauldron, saying, behold, now the third cauldron. The third cauldron at the center is the wizardly circle. Hold on. The third cauldron at the center of this wizardly circle belongs to Rose, the Yaira. It came from her mother and so has seen many wizardly gatherings. Such cauldrons as this are not only used for ritual gatherings, but also for daily meals. Perry the Maggid spoke truly when he said the third cauldron is our large cooking pot in which we prepare herbal soups and brews so that all may enjoy increased physical and spiritual well-being and abundance in all good things. Truly spoke the Maggid. The cooking pot of the green wizard of the white rose is a source of great blessings for family, friends, self, and others of goodwill. The cooking pot of the green wizard also blesses those of evil consciousness that eat from it, or if not eating from it, are later lifted up by those who do eat from it. For behold, the cooking pot of a green wizard benefits all. The cooking pot of a green wizard is helpful. The cooking pot of a green wizard is kind. Miriam continued teaching about the third cauldron, saying, as with herbal teas, when we make soup, we consider the recipients. When someone is sick and you make them soup, let your ingredients be those that best help that particular illness. And when you add any ingredient to any soup, also include love. That's highlight worthy. Like, listen, like, this is real stuff. When somebody cooks for you, you can tell the difference whether it was cooked with love or if it wasn't. Even if it's even if they're cooking you meat or whatever, but we ain't gonna get into it. But you can tell when a meal has been prepared in haste and a meal that has taken time and love was put into it, thoughtfulness was put into it, right? For I tell you truly, love is the best ingredient in any soup. And when you conjure, let every ingredient be added with an enchantment, be it spoken inwardly, be it spoken or inwardly affirmed. And if in doubt about what words to chant, simply say the word love as you add each ingredient into your soup. That's good. Another enchantment for any occasion is let there be light. Likewise, you can never go wrong chanting Salam Ha Aliyah, which means let there be light. But you can also chant new enchantments that fit the occasion. Let the words flow through you naturally in the spontaneity of the living moment that is now and forever in Yah. Amen. And that is the end of chapter 45. And we had our time today, y'all. That was good. Both chapters that we read today. Well, we read 2 in Owaski. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and cut up out of here because I got to get moving today. Also, let me tell y'all. So, hold on. Before I say that, let me check something real quick. Well, it ain't going to change the fact what I'm about to tell y'all, but hold on. Let me just check real quick. Because it's been not so sunny here. Where's my weather? Oh, okay. Okay. So that the new moon, let me check it, y'all. That's what I'm looking for. I got to check them out. Current account. Okay. Hold on. Confirmed. It did skip Saturday, right? Okay. So Sunday, y'all, is the new Sabbath. So last week when I told you, I said we're coming into the new moon, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to skip, but it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday. It was cloudy, couldn't see nothing. But new Sabbath is Sunday. So we get 5 days during the week. Like we'll be here all 5 days. Granted, if something don't come up last minute, right? But y'all know me. Look, I'll take National Bosses Day off as a holiday, right? To rest. But anyway, okay, so the new Sabbath is on Sunday. So we'll already not be here. So y'all don't have to worry about anything. But this Friday coming up will be the last day that y'all see me and any kind of shenanigans. Well, I ain't gonna say any kind of shenanigans in my background because I'm gonna still upload some videos. But our family vacation is upon us, right? And so even though we took y'all to Disney with us last year and some of the other places that we went over the last 5 years, we have decided that when we go on vacation, we're going to vacation, right? And so I ain't going to do my videos, right? I'm going to just take the time off. I'm going to sleep in all them days, right? The whole week. But I'll upload little videos from where we're at. So for the next week, we leaving, our flights leave Sunday morning. So we'll be going from Sunday to Saturday. So y'all won't see me back until Monday, at least in this capacity. I'll upload some videos. Y'all won't see us back here. Hold on. Okay, we come back the 28th. Y'all see me October the 30th, which is a Monday, the day before Halloween, right? I don't know, we might take Halloween off. No, I ain't gonna do that to y'all. But we'll be here on Halloween or whatever. So where we going? We are going back to Florida, right? We went to Disney last summer, but we're doing Legoland and we're going back to Disney, but not all 4 parks this year. We're just gonna do Animal Kingdom. We love animals. Husband grew up on animal pictures. We watch the Discovery Channel all the time. And out of all them parks, Animal Kingdom was the best. So we decided we're going to go back to Animal Kingdom while we're there. And because we're like platinum pass holders for the Busch Gardens parks, you know, those here in Virginia, maybe anybody in these places that have Busch Gardens or whatever, there are 11 parks that are included all over the United States. So in Texas and Florida, Texas, Florida, Virginia, and California. I think it's California. Yeah, they got all these different parks that we can go to, like SeaWorld, like all of this stuff. So we're gonna on our vacations, we're gonna try to pick places where we can use our platinum passes that we pay for. So we ain't gotta pay for extra tickets or nothing. We just take our passes, walk in the gates and do whatever, right? So we're taking advantage of that. So we're gonna hit up we might do SeaWorld. We're thinking about it. But we're doing Legoland. We're going back to Disney, Animal Kingdom, and there are some air and space centers because we, homeschool, even though we ain't trying to make it a working vacation, y'all. My husband don't like working vacations. He said when you vacation, you vacation or you vacation. But it was his idea to go to the air and space center and stuff there. All that stuff, some of the things interactive for the kids. But anyway, I'll be recording little videos and I'll upload them to Facebook. YouTube probably be the last place I upload it to, just simply because there's a couple extra steps I got to do, and sometimes I don't have the patience for it. So with that being said, y'all, so this week will be our last week. So y'all do whatever it is y'all do until y'all see some of my shenaniganizing videos pop up, and then I'll see y'all back here the day before Halloween, Monday, October the 30th, right? Okay. So like I said, we'll be here for the rest of the week till Friday. And then we're gonna cut out for a long recess. But anyway, today is Monday, October the 16th, 2023, day 114 of year 5 of reading through books, laws, and prophets. And of the 5-year consecutive day count, it is a 1,494. We read chapters 30 and 31 in the book of Patty, which were found on pages 218 to 219. And we read all of chapter 45 and the secret Nazarite scroll, officially entitled the Holy Megillah, and that started on page 597 and it ended on page 600. Y'all, it amazes me how many pages we can scale when we're consistent every day. Like, we are through half of this. Like, we read all of this page by page. And I think we're literally almost at we're a little bit over the middle part, because this is 1100. I think it's like 1197, something like that. Yeah, so we're literally at we'll be on page 601 tomorrow. So we just a few words past the halfway point here. All right, y'all. So let's see. Thank you. Morning. The new moon was Sunday. Yes, the new moon was Sunday. Yep. Enjoy your vacation. Thank you, Facebook user Sony Jackson. Shalom says, hey girl, hey Prince. I'll be at the YouTube Theater October. Wait. Is that a typo? I'll be at the YouTube Theater October 39th performing with the Schoolyard Rap. 6,000 seats sold out. Okay, I thought it was a typo before I made a joke. I didn't know they had a YouTube theater. Okay, it was a typo. October 30th. Okay. Where is the YouTube theater? Where is that at? I guess I could look it up real quick, but I just asked you. So I ain't seen you in a while. Where is that at, Prince? In LA. Okay. Well, we won't be able to make it to LA to see you. Is it going to be streaming live? Clearly, it's YouTube Theater. It's got to be streaming live, right? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's Schoolyard Rap. Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Schoolyard Rap. Schoolyard Rap is a Black-owned media and production company which specializes in educational curriculum and content production company. Okay, Prince, hold up. Let me find out you about to produce something. Hold up. Oh. YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California. Oh, we got some Californians in here. They might be able to come see you. I didn't know YouTube had a theater. Looking at some of the pictures. Okay. Okay. Yeah, give us Grill Bee and Schoolyard Rap. Okay. Give us you're not sure if it's going to be stream. Okay, well, when you find out more, let us know. Like, post it in a group or something under today's video and let us know. Let us know. We'll support. Even if we can't physically be there, we'll be streaming. You know, we stream all day long. We'll do that. We can do that. Just like we showed up for your church service, B. We'll be there. All right, y'all. That's it for today. Okay, thank you. Yeah, post it in the group, Prince. Post it somewhere where we can see it, and I'll repost it. I'll share. I'll put it in the community section. All right, y'all. That's it for today. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. And I'll see y'all back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6:15-ish Eastern Standard Time. Bruce.
But I see through you!
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gold, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, making moves.
What did you just do to me?
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form.
What's in that tea? Psilocybin? LSD?
It's just tea. With a little honey.
What just happened?
For a moment, you entered the astral dimension.
What?
A place where the soul exists apart from the body.
Why are you doing this to me?
To show you just how much you don't know. Open your eye.
Been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a cold sign.
What's happening? This isn't real, this isn't real, this isn't real, this is...
Dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a cold sign.
His heart rate is getting dangerously high.
He looks all right to me. You think that this particular universe is all there is?
I don't need gravity, I don't need
What mysteries lie beyond the reach of your senses? Existence, mind and matter meet. Thoughts shape reality.
I don't need gravity, I just need growth. Of this illusion, I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just float.
Some benevolent and life-giving, filled with malice and hunger. Dark places where powers older than time and waiting.
I don't swim or sink, I just float.
Who are you in this vast multiverse?
I don't need gravity, I just need growth. I don't need gravity, I just need growth.
Have you seen that before in a gift shop?
I don't need gravity, I just need growth.
Teach me.
No.
It's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
I figure I'd come back just real quick because I forgot to do the ending adoration. I remember I didn't do it when I saw, hold on. When Nazarene the singing said, help us, oh Jehovah, to keep our thoughts pure today and our souls full of love and tenderness. I was like, thank you. And I forgot to do the ending adoration. So with that being said, I wrote it down. Father, we thank you that you are amazing and you are the amazing harmonizer and bring everything into balance. All right, beautiful people. That's the end. That's the end today. All right. I love y'all. Peace.